What's good? What's good, people? This your boy Scott Lewis, Apartment Gaming and more here with another one, Brooklyn Nets Stoop Edition. I'm here with Leaf. What's up, Leaf?
Yo, you get me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you
Oh,
through the
okay.
screen. I ain't got my headset, but I got a bunch of new gadget toys and shit, man. I'm trying to get
I see. I
my
saw the mic.
my pod
Yeah.
game up, yo. I ain't gonna lie. She gonna make me take her ass to Mexico and lock it down, man. For real, for real. 'Cause I ain't trying to get the state involved, man. Yo, look. So my birthday coming up this week. I got a pre-birthday present. I got what's this? The
What's that?
GoPro. The
Oh,
GoPro
GoPro.
Yeah, got the GoPro 13. I told her
Oh.
ass not to, I told her ass not to get it, man. She messed around and got it anyway. So
Oh,
like,
wow. That's a nice present, man. That's
yeah,
nice.
man. She hold it, yeah, man. She should be here, or she probably out with her sister. They probably went to bingo, but like she gonna be here later on, man. I'ma hop.
Yeah.
She done earned this. She done earned this for real.
She gonna earn it, right?
She earned it for real.
Yeah, but
Oh
you
shit,
watched a little
nah,
bit of
but
the game? You watched a little bit of the game or what?
I did not.
I've been jumping around watching other games too, you know.
I kind of peeped that, like, somebody had put out a something on YouTube or Twitter earlier that we signed 2 10-day contracts. Yo, I ain't never seen no tanking like this in my life, bro. Like,
Yo,
this shit is crazy. We
it's
signed
official.
2 10-day contracts. The
At the end of the season. It
at
ain't
the
even
end of the
10 games
season,
left. Ain't even 10
niggas,
games
bro,
left.
to make sure that we tank this motherfucker. Hey,
Ain't even
yo,
10
we do
games.
all of this. We do all of this, and we don't get none of these niggas, bro. It's our last time doing this shit. Yo, Scott, I swear to God, bruh,
Yo, this shit is
there's no
comical.
way.
It's comical.
It ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Yo,
But
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's crazy. I
it's,
seen
it's
people.
wild. It's here's the thing. I think that with 5 first-round picks, you have a chance. Now, what you went for in last year's draft, you don't have to go for it anymore.
Right.
You got
exactly.
your connectors. You got your guys that know how to play basic basketball, offensive, dribble, pass, shoot. With,
Yeah.
You got 3 19-year-old Europeans.
Yeah.
You got 3 19-year-old Europeans.
Yep.
Danny Wolf and Drake Powell. Drake Powell's
Yep.
been shooting pretty good in the last couple of games, so I'm gonna give him some grace.
Right.
The thing that you have to go for now is different archetypes of those players.
Yeah, you can't get the same thing
You
again.
can't get the same shit because you got 5 rookies that's coming back next year. So
Yeah.
the second that they go after the same shit and try to go make trades and all of that shit, no.
Yeah.
That means y'all don't know what y'all doing. I don't want to hear this. If you trying to turn Diego into a shooter, if you trying to turn Noel into the Tony Parker version of what we have, if you trying to turn Danny Wolf into a Joker Jr., I don't know what you trying to do.
I can't figure it out.
Listen,
It just seemed to me like you wasted a couple of picks.
at this point, the only thing that you need to acknowledge in this next offseason is athleticism. Pure athletes.
Yep.
Niggas that like to run and jump real high. Run real fast and jump real high.
Yep. Simple. Yep.
That's what you need to prioritize.
Yep. They got to be athletes. They got to be athletic and can
Niggas
play.
that can't wait to get on the fast break, dunk on somebody. Niggas
And it
that
would be
can't wait
even
to get
better
back on
if-
defense and go get a chase down block, run, switch. You could put them from the 2 to the 3 to the 4. They got enough. They got enough athleticism. They got enough body to muscle to move around. Go get your athleticism. Go get your muscle. Go fuse that shit together and start from there. That's what
Yep.
you do.
Yep. They also need somebody that can get their own.
Basically, well, here's the thing. The thing about getting your own in today's NBA is this.
It's not.
You have
It's
to
not
have
like
somebody. No. The thing is, it's not about somebody just getting their own. It's somebody that could set up others to get theirs as well.
right. That too.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's
I
not
understand.
about somebody. It's not about having somebody that's 6'2" or 6'3".
No.
and they
I'm
gotta
not
lean
talking
on-
about that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So if my superstar can only lean, because if his best attribute when the defense and everything get tough is that he got to go to the mid range and step backs, that's not for me.
Right.
That's not for me.
I see what you're saying.
Listen, rule number 1 about my top player: when in doubt, go to the goddamn paint and get all the way to the goal. I don't need that getting none of that lazy shit.
Yeah.
None of that. Number 2, make sure everybody stays involved and stays within the flow of the offense.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I need. When you go watch Joker,
Yeah.
he makes sure everybody within the flow of the offense. Yo, let me feed Aaron Gordon. Yo, let me get Jamal Murray something. Let me go let me make sure I give my young guys something. Peyton Watson and Braun and all of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
I understand what you're saying.
So
I
so
agree.
the thing is,
I agree.
the way that you build your team in today's NBA, you gotta go for something that the NBA ain't ready for. You know what I'm saying? They ain't looking forward to seeing in your face dunks and in your face chase down blocks and these high athletes. Go get you some football niggas if you need to. I don't give a shit. Just get some athleticism.
Yeah.
Go get it.
We lacking it too, man. We lacking it.
Big time.
And I can see it in the game today, where the Hawks are just running. I mean, they long, they tall, they play defense, and they run. They run hard too, boy. I swear to God. As soon as they get the ball, they out the gates.
Man, listen. All I can say is this. The Atlanta Hawks, they have something that they want to go forward with. Do they have all that they want to go forward with?
No,
Probably not. But
Probably
they got to
not.
start.
Yeah,
They got to start. You got something to start with. You got a
Yeah.
formula that you want to start with. The
Yeah,
ball
they
is in
miss-
Jalen Johnson's hands now. He's your guy that's running the break, getting
Yep.
up and down the court, making sure we get simple offense, transition. If the game slow down, then you give the ball to Alexander Walker.
Yep.
You go let him get a bucket. That's SGA's cousin. He know how to go get his.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then your identity is wing defenders. They got Ricochet. They got Dyson Daniels. They got wingspan and height at every different position. Versatility. A Kongu. You got a whole bunch of guys that could rotate and get their hands in the pass lanes. You got Kuminga.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's their formula for now. How it's going to work out in the future, that's for them to figure out. You got to get a formula to start with. You got to get a base formula and a base strategy to start with in the NBA.
Yep.
And a base strategy is how you want to play, how you want your roster to play, how you want your roster to defend, how you want your roster to score and get easy points and make the offense simpler, as opposed to allowing yourself to all of these half-court sets. Like, everybody in the league got speed and athleticism, and they could get back on defense.
Right.
Now you got to find somebody that's going to break through the glass window of those aspects.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to necessarily be your go-to player, but it has to be somebody that's like, yo, hey, I'm getting here, and I'm f what they doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, this is why I want players like Zion and shit, and I don't mind having Giannis, man, because no matter what the defense look like on the court, I'm getting to this point, and ain't none of you niggas doing a damn thing about it.
Right. So Luka suffered a season-ending surgery. See, ending injury. Oh man.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that was a restaurant quality ass whooping last night, bro. Good God, they beat the pint of blood out of them niggas, bro. Like, listen, I tell you this, man. Listen, if you I looked at that game and I realized, I'm like, yo, Oklahoma City, they not doing nothing crazy spectacular.
No, they not. They not.
What they have is they have a bunch of guys that's committed on the defensive end. And the offense it's the offense to take care of itself because they're getting easy buckets off of defense. They're getting easy buckets off of transition.
Yep.
They're playing their style of play. What I found out about OKC is that they are vulnerable. What their problem is? Their problem is high octane offense. Go look at last year. They struggled against, and Indiana gave them everything that they could give them.
Yep, sure enough.
The Charlotte Hornets went in there and beat the mud off of them.
Yep, sure enough.
This year, so there's something about when you speed the game up and when you turn it up, you turn up the speed on the game.
Yeah.
They can't. You match their speed and you overmatch their athleticism. They can't do nothing because they really got a whole bunch of 6'3", 6'4" dudes just out there reaching in the pass lanes. When you slow the game down, then you play to their strengths.
Yeah.
Because they know how to guard in the half court set. You got to speed that shit up.
Yeah, you got to move that shit around fast.
You got to speed it up. You got to move it around. You got to have 5 play. Your 1 through 5 got to be nothing but scoring threats. If you look at the way Siakam dogged their front line, and if you look at the way Miles Turner was still that threat and holding the fort with his shooting ability, bro, like that's what you need.
Yeah, Siakam got busy on him, Joe. Yeah,
Siakam got crazy busy on him. Siakam got busy on them. He got busy on the Knicks. The thing is, the reason being is because now you playing in a wide open offense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where you got Nembhard over here who could shoot, who could take advantage of the defense. You got of course you got Halliburton set you up and could take advantage of the defense and hit the 3. You got Nesmith who could
Mathurin and Nesmith.
Mathurin. You got Obi Toppin who was hitting the 3. You got a whole bunch of guys. Last year's Indiana team was this close to being the base formula. Was to be in the base formula of what you need
to win a title,
to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
And this is why I want Danny Wolf at the 5, because you look at the games where he played the 5, our offense was wide open.
Yeah.
Everybody was free flowing. Everybody had space to work.
Yeah. You had space to work.
You know what I'm saying?
You think Danny's going to come back better this year? He should.
No,
right?
that's not next year. Nah, they send him out the rest of the year.
I mean next year.
Yeah, he gonna come back because he understand basic concepts, and the thing is, his versatility from the 3 to the 4 to the 5. The thing at this point in his career, bro, is very, very key. The thing is, now you got to find a way to put more athleticism around him.
Right.
That's because that's really low key the guy that you got to build around right now until you go get somebody better than him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in this draft, I think Caleb Wilson will probably be more beneficiary
for us.
Yeah, I think Caleb Wilson will be more beneficiary. But then again, you look at Cam Boozer, he got a little bit more shoulder on him.
Yeah. He
got a little bit more strength on him. He could move people a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if you can't get Cam Boozer, you go to Caleb Wilson. But if you can get Cam Boozer, you have to get Caleb Wilson. You do not get no guard under no goddamn circumstance.
We don't need a guard, please, no more.
Because you made it clear that Nolan Traore is going to have the ball in his hands at some point.
Yep,
you made it clear. You made it clear that Yegor is going to have the ball in his hands at some point. You made it clear that Danny Wolf can initiate some type of offense. That's basically 3 guys on your team.
Well, shit, they got Saraf too, and I don't even understand that.
I ain't worried about him.
That was, to me, was a waste of pick. That was
of course it was a waste of pick, and I don't even care how he turned out. It's a waste. At this point, I don't give a shit who was right about what. It was a waste. We could have got somebody way better. It was a waste. So, but the fact that we have him, we got to let him come along how he come along. I don't know how his game is going to turn out. I really don't.
Neither. I don't know neither.
Now, Drake Powell, that's another dude, bro. Like, he got a sweet shot, good athleticism. He is a good POA defender. He could defend, get his hands in the passing lanes. Yo, continue to do that. Continue to be better at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be our POA. Now, that gets to the rest of our roster because we already took care of the rookie portion of it. This offseason, Terrence Mann and Claxton gots to fucking go. Get them niggas the fuck up out of here, bro.
Yeah, it's not inducive of a future with
it's
them
not.
two. Because it ran its course already, and that's it.
Yeah, it ran its course because now the role that they were supposed to play in terms of the veteran and this, that, and the third, MPJ is playing that role.
Yeah.
MPJ is the guy that's playing that role. He's the guy that they looking to because he's the guy with the championship.
Yeah, sure enough.
You know what I'm saying? So the MPJ is playing that role. So you know from there, what you have to do is now you go all in on your athletes.
Right.
Go get your rim runner, your high flyer that could come off the bench that could play the 5 and that could rebound. A lot of energy. That type of guy. Right. Go get your wing that could run up and down the court and just dunk everything and lay up everything at the basket. You know what I'm saying? So Zaire, Zaire is coming back on the 1 year. You got Dayron coming back on the 1 year. Dayron, everybody in Nets will like him because Dayron, as good as a rebounder he is, a lot of other skills of his game hasn't really starting to unlock little by little.
Okay.
Because Dayron could pass a little bit. He's starting to shoot a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it has to be to a magnitude to where you could launch it up higher and higher and higher and higher.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I believe Dayron's game could exceed way further than Claxton's.
I think so too. I think he's a better shooter than Claxton.
I think he could be a better offensive player than Claxton.
Right.
Because Claxton, listen, I think this is the best Claxton is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not no knock on Claxton. Today I watched him play. It's just that it ran its course. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the best that it's going to be. So here's the thing. Danny Wolf is going to be the guy that's going to open everything up for everybody on the court because at the 5, his rebounding is getting better. But the thing is, everybody is not too gung-ho about his defense at the 5. So what do you do to counter-react that? Now you got to put athletic 4s and 3s around him.
Right.
So you got it. So you got Zaire. So you got it half right. You got Zaire and Minot. Athletic. Right. They can get their hands in the passing lanes. You get Caleb Wilson. Now you starting to cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got somebody to put at the 3 or 4 with him. Right. Now you work out more with Drake Powell. Now you got your wing defender.
Right.
You go in. Zaire already understands defensive concepts. You continue to let him be the player that he is. Keep getting better. Josh might not. He got the attitude, bro. Like he got the wherewithal. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm hoping that we get like a Cohen Card type of nigga.
Yeah,
I watched 5 minutes of that nigga, bro, and I was already I'm like, man, we could use this nigga, man.
Yeah, somebody
because we need somebody to finish breaks. We need somebody to finish transition.
Yeah.
Everybody stopping at the 3-point line. Who is going to the goal and finishing at the basket?
Yeah, you're not finessing to the basket. Finish at the basket.
I'm talking about finish. punch that shit, bro. Like, I'm sick and tired of this layup shit on the break.
Clowney did show some fight, but the whole thing is when you got a bunch of rookies around you, it becomes difficult. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, Clowney is still kind of in his rookie.
That's like having.
Anyway.
That's like to them. Clowney is like Kobe. I'm not saying Kobe as far as skill set. I'm saying if you got Kobe and then you got 5 rookies, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Kobe get frustrated. He gonna be mad as hell.
Well,
because he knows.
I would say that, but the thing is, Clowney is still in his rookie contract anyway.
Yeah, he's young too. Anyway,
yeah, he's still young. He just turned 2021.
Right.
We got him when he was 19 in the Wemby draft. So my thing is that it's not about the timeline.
Yeah, tonight he was.
That's what I'm talking about tonight. Yeah, he is talking about tonight. But it's not, to me, Scott, it's not necessarily about the timeline and age. It's about the timeline and identity.
What's up, Jamal? Yeah,
that's what it's really about. It's the timeline and our identity. Yo, where's your muscle on the team? In case shit go left and then somebody got to diffuse the situation. Where's your attitude? Your guys that's gonna get in the huddle and be loud and be energetic in the layup lines and practice and everything.
They don't seem like they have a leader right now. That's what. It is.
Where's your guys in the weight room? Where's your guys that's getting to practice and everything? And you gotta have a true unified front and for what we got going on. Because the thing is, that the one player is the star shit, and we follow him. Might
that ain't
not
gonna
come.
work.
It might not. It's not even that it's gonna work. It might not come.
Right.
So the thing is, now it's time to do this more of a unified front shit.
Yeah.
You gotta go into this offseason, put this team together, and guys gotta be in sync. Guys gotta be locked in on what they need to fucking do.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some work in front of them, man. They definitely got some. The coaches got a lot of work in front of them, man.
The coaches, the players.
I would like to know who okayed getting Saraf. I want to know who said, yeah, Saraf.
I'll be honest with you.
I want to know. I want to know who did that.
I honestly think that Jordy got talked into it, but I think Saraf is really for the tank. I don't think Saraf is going to be here long term.
Yeah, he not. I don't think so.
I thought we picked Saraf to tank.
Yeah.
I honestly thought we did that shit.
Yeah.
That's your guy. He's a 26th pick. We picked him to tank.
Yeah.
We picked his ass to tank.
You could have got fucking Renault with that pick or some shit like that. I'm just saying, man. Renault is already rookie of the month. We could have had somebody that we could have leaned on next year. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you don't do that just to fucking tank. I don't get that. I don't know, man.
Well, look, apparently, and you know what? Since we this far in the season, and we this far late in the season, Scott, I'm gonna just go with it and say this: this draft better be godly.
Yeah, they better.
This draft better be fucking godly.
Yes,
they need doing what we did.
Yeah, they need.
This draft better be
miracles.
talked about for 40 years from now.
Yeah, it's gonna be talked about for a while.
I bet if I lived for another 40, 50 years, this draft better be the draft that I'm still talking about. And not for bad reasons neither.
Yeah, because I mean, after that fucking debacle last fucking draft, shit. You can't get no, I mean, I like Yegor, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. Exactly. I don't know. I don't see that, I mean, I see the dog in him, but Can you be a dog? You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I see the dog in him, but can you be a dog?" I don't even see the dog in him. I don't. And I know that's crazy to say because the kid is 19.
Yeah, that's why I
But-
don't want to give him. I don't want him to take it like if he hear me talking, I don't want him to take it bad.
Here's the thing. Like, come on, man. I mean, listen, if this team comes out next year and starts doing astronomical shit with these 5 rookies, I'm gonna be like, yo, the league gonna know, yo, we was tanking on purpose, clearly. They're gonna know that. They're just gonna be like, yo, they was losing like that on purpose the whole time to try to get some high pick. And now they out here hooping with the same team that was turning the ball over, that was the ball, that was not making shots, that was shooting horrible efficiency, shooting horrible from the field, shooting horrible from the 3, getting killed on defense, getting killed on offense.
Getting killed.
This is the same. This is that same team, and all of a sudden they got better in 1 year. That's all they needed. Now they sophomores, they got better. Come on, bro. That's what the league gonna do. Or maybe it's the Nets. Maybe it's the Nets telling like, yo, we not giving nobody a whole bunch of big ass contracts. We might be taking some on, but we not signing nobody's shit. Simple as that.
Could be.
And I'm leaning on number 2.
You are? You leaning on the money thing?
I'm leaning on the money thing because here's the thing. Cam Thomas wanted they offered Cam Thomas 2 years, 30. He said no.
Yeah.
The only other contracts they offered all after the fact was 2 years, $12 million to Dayron, 2 years, $12 million to Zaire.
Right.
I know they're gonna penny pinch and try to save as much money with contracts, and then they're gonna try to add on a few contracts, add on some more expirants. Get ready because the front office is hell bent on this. We're gonna get expiring deals just to try to match the money that we supposed to spend, so that we don't have to spend that much money in the off season. That's what they're gonna do. We're not going after the Giannis because we're not gonna have this team. We're not gonna have the fan base fooled. Giannis don't even want to come here, man, unless we building a team. We're gonna be on his timeline. We could go after Zion because Zion has a 1+1. It makes sense.
Yeah.
After the season, Zion got 40. Zion is on the books for 40. We got MPJ on the books for 40. We don't have to extend him. We could let him. They'll let him walk. Then Zion has a player op. They could probably let him walk and then go back into free agency and go make some more trades. Have somebody with contract fillers, and then they're gonna do that. I guarantee you, the Nets, as long as Sean Marks is in office, they're going to find more expiring 2-year 1+1 or 1 year to 2 year deals to fit on their team, so they don't have to pay nobody in the offseason.
That's crazy, though.
And the reason why I know that's what they're gonna do is because had I would have lost Kevin Durant, had I would have lost James Harden, had I would have lost Kyrie Irving in the middle of the season and gave them everything they want, I'm doing the same exact shit too.
Interesting. I can't say that you're wrong because when it comes to money, people do certain things. Javon Sharp said, "I've seen Claxton and Sharp get slammed to the floor, and they just got up and walked away." I thought Clax got a little fight in him, though, man. I mean, he calmed down because I think Clax would be ready to throw blows for real. He used to do that a lot. Dudes have no fight, but right now there's no fight. No, I agree. They don't got no fight now.
No,
that fight is over.
No,
if there was any fight, it's gone.
Definitely gone. It's definitely gone.
We need a dog. We need an alpha dog, man. We need an alpha dog. I don't know where you going to get Boozer and play it.
I would say we need an identity to start. Like the alpha dog shit, we're not getting that in this draft. We got to just cut our losses, bro. We're not getting.
You don't think Boozer's alpha dog?
No.
Okay.
I think Boozer is a
yes. Like he's like.
Well, here's the thing. I think Boozer has alpha dog potential. I just don't think he has the alpha dog mindset. I don't know if he's his pops.
Oh, okay.
Like Carlos Boozer, bro, was a grown ass man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that he didn't have the talent that his son has.
Right.
That's all it is. So if his son is able to bring that and still have that ability and then still be able to, like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if he's gonna be able to move people around in the NBA like he's doing in Duke right now. I mean, like, and granted, I've seen Zion do it, like, but Zion has a different level of he has a different gear that he can get to.
Zion jumps higher than he did.
Yeah, Zion has a different gear he could get to. You know what I'm saying? And Zion has a different ability, to finish around the basket. If you see Zion go to the basket, it's almost like he knows where to finish off the backboard, where to finish. Like, he understands angles good enough. And Zion's first step is pretty quick for his size.
Yes, he is. You
know what I'm saying? So, like, and he'll get right to the point.
Yeah,
it ain't a bunch of dribbles with Zion and that shit, bro. Like,
once his shoulders get past you, that's it.
Once his shoulders get on you, that's it.
That's it. You done. You fucked up right there.
Yeah, you fucked up. You really want to take a shoulder from that
nigga? Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You see some of these niggas move the hell out the way, and
it was in one of the papers. I can't think of which one it was. They were talking about the Nets picking up Zion and that it would work. That it will work for both teams. They'd get Claxton and we get Zion. They'd get Claxton and some little number 2 pick, two second rounders or some shit like that. Claxton and Man. That's what they were talking about. The two people you were talking about.
Yeah, Claxton and Man for Zion straight.
Yeah, straight. Yeah.
Like, send him.
Yeah.
Send him over here.
Yeah.
Send him over here. Because you're gonna pair him with Europeans that understand basic concepts.
Right. They're gonna put him right in the right position.
Yeah, understand basic concepts. You know what I'm saying? So now you get to pair him with that, and then all you got to do on your rest of your roster is work on your athleticism. That's it. Come on, what's good, bro? Yeah, all you got to do is just work on your athleticism. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
But what happened on Tiger Woods, bro? Like,
he got in a car accident. Another one. Another one.
What they calling it? DUI?
They saying something that he was impaired, but they ain't saying alcohol. They saying that he's on medication, so it might be the medicine he's taking.
That's crazy. Vince McMahon had got into an accident. He was doing like 70 in Connecticut, but everybody know Vince kind of run Connecticut, so
yeah.
He got off. I think he got off with a $2,000 fine or some shit, bro. Like, he had messed the whip up crazy. Like, and Cameron was talking about this like the other day when he was talking about it on his podcast. Cam was basically saying, like, and I had to agree with this. He said the only thing more important than being famous is having power.
They trying to say he has DUI, but they not saying that though.
They're not saying it. No. They're not. They can't make important people like that. They can't make look bad, like, because they like
Because you can end up putting your foot in your mouth, and his lawyer will
Yeah,
chew your ass
exactly.
out.
Exactly.
You know?
So the thing about the I think like people like Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, like Vince McMahon, they done reached a level of status, bro, where it's like if anybody comes on and tries to talk bad about them, yo, you probably ain't gonna have a job that long, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and especially in national TV.
Yeah.
And network TV, bro. Like national and the worldwide TV. Like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's because these are athletes that they've grown bigger than they sport. You know what I'm saying? Tiger Woods is bigger than the game of golf.
Yeah,
he is. For all intents and purposes. I ain't a fan of him, but
he is.
I don't really like him too much. But he is.
He brought a lot of money and attention to the sport.
Yes, he has grown way past the sport of golf.
Yes, he did.
Michael Jordan, like, he has grown way past basketball.
Yeah,
he has.
Yeah.
LeBron ain't do that.
No, LeBron had to play.
No, LeBron still got to play.
Yeah, he got to play.
LeBron is still out there, still playing because he know he will not reach. Like, and somebody was saying this the other day. Even if somebody does come around and go 6-0 or 7-0 or 7-0 in the finals, it's not gonna look the same. Because the thing about Jordan was so far ahead of his competition and so far ahead of the game of basketball during his time. Like, it's been 20-something years, bro. We still talking about Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think we talk about Bill or Kareem or Bill Russell all them years later the way we talk about Michael Jordan. Like, people got to understand this right here, that logo, that's going to outlive all of us.
Sure enough.
That shit is going to be here years from now.
Yeah.
We are going to live our lives, and we will go to that upper room, if we lucky.
Yeah.
And that logo will still be here.
Sure enough.
Jordan has surpassed sports.
Yeah. Well, he surpassed everything that he played and everything that, that symbolized a player. Period.
Like, I keep telling people, it doesn't matter what LeBron does. It doesn't. He lost.
He ain't never catch up to Michael Jordan.
No, to me, it's not even about catching up. I think it's the fact that Jordan was born at the right time.
Yeah, he was in the right spot,
right place. LeBron wasn't.
That's it. Simple.
It's that simple.
Yeah, it is simple.
It's very simple.
Jordan was at the right place at the right time. Nike made sure to push him, and the league was good with it, and they pushed him.
Like, we keep saying Nike, bro. Like, what was Nike doing before Jordan put his name on it?
Yeah, they was
making
bad.
Track shoes.
They were doing bad. They were just hanging on by a thread.
It was just hanging there, bro.
Converse
was the basketball shoe.
Right, exactly. Converse and Adidas was in the play.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like. Here's the thing. I think that, to the levels of being successful after the game of basketball, I think Shaq understood it. Magic Johnson understood it. But Michael Jordan, bro, like he just surpassed it.
Yeah, he mastered it.
It like everything was basically like his game and everything that he did on the court. It made everything that he did after that life was over so much automatic.
Yeah.
It was like everything was just on automatic. You wake up, yo, money there, deposit there, like new Jordans there. Like, yo, Mike, what colors you want? Mike, what design you want?
Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
what
want to
movie
do
you want to
NASCAR.
make?
Okay.
Yeah, want to make a movie, right?
Yeah, I want to make a movie. Yeah, let's own a team. I'm bored. Let's go golf. Like, LeBron.
Well, it's unfair to try to put LeBron to Michael what he done.
It was unfair. It was unfair when they tried to do it when he came in, but they did it anyway.
Yeah, well, you know,
The thing is,
the league needed somebody to do it with.
Yeah, the league needed somebody to do it, and this is why LeBron is still hanging around, because the league doesn't see anything after him. They've poured so much investment into LeBron, trying to live up and outdo Jordan, that by the time, like, I guarantee you, if LeBron retires this year, and he's retired for the next 5 years and he never comes back to the game, they're not going to look at it the same. They're not. I think LeBron at this point, he knows that his legacy is going to be picked at.
Right.
He knows because he sees it happening to so many other players. When Jordan legacy gets picked at, it doesn't get picked at by anybody in the national media.
None whatsoever. They
you
don't
know
talk
why?
bad
Because
about
they
Jordan.
know better.
Yeah.
They know better.
He's at a different level. That's why they can't touch him.
Because the thing is, it's not about championships. It's the fact that Jordan dominated the championship scene.
Yes, he did.
Bill Russell didn't dominate the championship scene.
Yeah,
he won more rings, but he didn't dominate the championship scene. When we look at, it's not just about 6-0. It's about 6 finals MVPs. It's about 5 league MVPs. It's about 10 scoring titles.
Yeah.
It's about I played 11 full seasons with the Chicago Bulls, and 6 times we won it all. 4 times out of those 6 championships, I was Finals MVP, regular season MVP, or first team All Defense, first team All NBA, and I won a scoring title.
All 5.
All 5 titles. 5 of those things happened 4 different times.
Yep.
You know how many other people can say that?
0. Yeah, 0.
That's it. So while this nigga's around here running around with my number, running around chasing career totals, and still trying to look for that validation, you know who LeBron feels like right now? He feels like Kevin Durant when he was on the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, okay.
That's who he feels like. Because Kevin Durant won them 2 championships, and he was looking to be put up on this pedestal and raised up to this exceedable heights, and it never happened.
Nah, it didn't happen.
It never happened. Guess what? Yeah, you won. You won. Guess what? So did he. So did him. And you gave Steph Curry 2 extra rings when he never needed you.
Right.
He never needed you for that. Basically helped his legacy more than you helped your own. You helped his legacy more than you helped your own.
I don't even know if people even talk about KD's championships.
No, they don't.
They don't. Okay. That was with the Warriors, as they say.
That was with the Warriors. Because guess what? After that Achilles injury, you found out how difficult life in the NBA really is, trying to get a championship when when the lanes ain't cleared, and when Moses ain't parked the Red Sea for you, and you could just walk right through. You found out how difficult it was.
Yeah.
The same thing with LeBron. He found out how difficult it was to walk in somebody's shoes that have been retired since he got in the league.
Wow. Yeah.
He found out. That's why LeBron is still playing. LeBron don't have nothing else but career totals to go for.
Yeah, basically.
That's all he has. That's it.
Yeah. 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 Well, you know, it's an entertainment thing. You know how it is. They're gonna keep pushing it until he decide to push out, because he's one of the made men in the league right now. So him and KD, you know, are just sticking around. I don't know when they leaving. They got to be leaving soon.
I tell you what.
They got to be leaving soon.
I tell you this, man. It's kind of
Do you think it's this year for LeBron? You think he's gonna come back another year, man?
No. The thing is, LeBron, he got to give a retirement tour. He has to.
Oh, so that might be next year then.
He has to. If he leaves without a retirement tour, this is gonna tarnish his legacy even more.
What about KD? Same thing.
KD, he could just go. He could just go. Like, bro, he ain't, bro. He could just go. He could just go. The thing about LeBron is, LeBron, to today's NBA and to today's social media, is somewhat of a big deal. But with all the memes and as your career goes on and you keep trying to bring back time, and you get one breakaway dunk, and you go run in a straight line, you can still jump, and you get one chase down block once every 2 months, as opposed to once every game like you used to getting them. Now all of the kids that grew up watching you, they're gonna grow up and they're gonna get smarter. And they're gonna see what you've been doing to the game of basketball, and they're basically gonna start deflecting. And they're going to start deflecting because
I think they already started, right? Basically.
Well,
I know I have. I think he should give it up. I look at him and he don't look like the LeBron I saw.
Here's the thing about LeBron, man. Like, for his entire, like, I think we all at some point wanted LeBron to do well.
Yeah.
Like, all of us, man. And, like, even the ones that don't like LeBron, bro, like, I think we all wanted him to do well. We even early in his career, we put up with the bullshit that the NBA was doing to try to make sure that he did well. The NBA moved mountains so he could do this and go for layups and dunks and fast breaks and this, that, and the third and all of these numbers. They moved all of this shit out of the way.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything. But the thing was, the NBA and out of the whole time, the NBA didn't realize that they were creating a monster that was basically that wasn't as good for the league as Jordan was.
Right.
Because this is what LeBron is trying to live up to. He's not trying to live up to it because he wants to. He's trying to live up to it so he can get everybody else to see that he can do it. And we all know that he can't.
Right.
Because I'll give you a perfect example. It was shown at the 75th anniversary at All-Star Weekend.
Right.
That event took place in Cleveland, by the way.
Sure enough, did.
LeBron and everybody had LeBron jerseys at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
LeBron came out. Yay, welcome LeBron, yay. Jordan come out. Bro, you heard a roar. You heard a roar in a town where Jordan is not celebrated.
Yeah.
Because everybody understands.
Yeah, he was the reason why y'all never won a title. Basically, until LeBron came and he retired. He had to retire before y'all. Yeah.
People have to understand that Jordan is the level of mystique and the level of aspiration that you have for a professional athlete. Jordan has all of that essence still inside of him, still to this day.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, it's people that's not even hyped to meet Michael Jordan. But I guarantee you,
if you see Michael Jordan if you somehow, some way is able to see Michael Jordan on the street, you're gonna be like, damn,
that's Michael Jordan.
Damn. That's really air right there.
Yeah, that's Air Jordan right there.
That's airness right there. You might walk up to him and be like, "Your airness."
Your airness. Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, listen, I can tell you, Michael, like Jordan, I'm not even a Jordan fan, but like you can't, it's a certain group of basketball speakers that are on the internet, because let's face it, bro, this shit ain't really for me and you. It's really for the young. It's really for the youngins. It's really for them, man. Like, I mean, we do it, man. I mean, we do it because we love the game. You know, we do it because we love our team. You know what I'm saying? But for the young, like, if you born after 1995, 1996, if you born after 1999, around there, LeBron is all you got.
Sure enough. Yeah,
you don't got Kobe.
Yeah, no, you don't have Kobe.
You don't got Tim Duncan. You don't got none of them. You got Steph, but LeBron is really all you have.
Yeah, well, it was Steph and LeBron.
Yeah,
Steph was kind of like for the people who, kids.
Steph is for the kids that's trying to beat childhood obesity, bro. That's what he's for. for them little fat 5-year-old kids, man, that ain't doing nothing around the house. They see
the
Steph.
ones that ain't gonna be 6 feet. You know,
that's the ones. That's what it's for. Steph is for childhood obesity, and I'm gonna prove it to you this instant. It's kids that's 5 years old, fat, run around the house eating every damn thing, and then they see Steph. Next thing you know, they get a basketball golden driveway. They start shooting. Next thing you know, 1 year they lost weight. Then the next year after that, they on a little kiddies basketball team to start up at 6 or 7 years old. They shooting from half court. They shooting from the other side of the driveway.
They're not even dribbling.
They can't get by nobody. They barely dribbling, and they just letting the bitch fly.
They flying, they shooting that shit. As soon as they get it, bang, I'm Steph.
Yeah. Steph is for the kids, bro.
Yeah.
Steph is for the kids. Steph is for the kids.
He's a showpiece. He's a showpiece.
Steph is he is a definite showpiece. He is for the kids. He is a propped up showpiece. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Who do you think got more money, LeBron or Steph? Who generates the most money? I think LeBron did, though. Really, be honest.
Well, over the years,
over the time,
LeBron.
yeah. Okay.
Over the years, definitely LeBron. As of right now, it's probably the Warriors and Steph.
Okay.
The Warriors are the most profitable organization.
Sure enough,
in the NBA.
Yeah,
so,
I can believe that.
And ain't no doubt about that. So
I can believe that. A lot of jerseys, a lot of jerseys.
A lot of jerseys, a lot of merch, a lot of Steph, Steph. The thing is, I think people understand that Steph did it a way that nobody didn't think could be done.
Right.
Because we seen shooters before, man. We seen the Reggie Millers in Indiana. We seen Ray Allens. We seen small guards. We seen the Mark Prices. We seen those guys. The thing about Steph is, Steph had so many safe havens and safe gates. The Golden State Warriors didn't lose sight of how to build a team around Steph, while everybody was trying to figure out whether Steph was carrying the team or not. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with LeBron wanted to win, but he wanted to win on his terms. He wanted to win, but he wanted to get all the glory. He wanted to be Finals MVP. He wanted to be, this, that, and the thirds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like, and to get back to the Nets thing, I think that the way that we're going to win going forward is that
we have to we have to be it the same way as the San Antonio Spurs, man. Like we have to, like the old San Antonio Spurs, like where we're representing unification and we're representing sacrifice. We have to do it that way.
Yeah. I'm looking
what
at
I'm
the
saying?
scores and I'm saying to myself, well, we down 133 to 103. But the thing is, I'm looking at the scores of the rest of the league, and you could tell which teams are jockeying for playoffs and which teams are just coasting. Like the Bulls are down to the Knicks 123 to 84. The Jazz are down to the Rockets 105-78. The Celtics are 101 to the Bucks 73. You see what do you see what I'm trying to say here? All these teams are losing by 20 and 30 points. They're not even trying to keep up with scoring at all.
Well, you got to remember, it's the dog days of the NBA season,
right?
Man, so
it is.
everybody is just like, all right, man, can I go home
We're
now?
not going nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Yo, it's over, man. I want to go on vacation now. Come on now.
That's what it is, man.
I want to go on vacation.
That's what it is.
Next week is the last week. They seem like they winding down. Like the teams are winding down.
The sickest thing about playing in the NBA is that you have to play basketball on days where you don't want to play basketball.
That's a terrible feeling. That has to be a terrible feeling.
And my thing is that I've always assumed that this was a safe haven. Like most of the people that's in the NBA want to play basketball every chance that they
you would
get.
think so. You would think so.
But that's not the case because
that's not the case.
There's so many different gravitations. There's so many different layers and so many different things for players to get involved in that, you know, they kind of lose interest, especially when they're not winning, and especially when they're not getting the points and then their team's losing and this that. When it's a whole bunch of scenarios that could go left while you in the NBA, man, and you're not getting success. You can only really get success one a couple. It's plenty of ways to win a game, but it's only one way to really get success in the way that you want it, as opposed to how you was getting in high school or college. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, like the NIL deals is saving a lot of players that might not ever make the NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, who knows, man?
Well, speaking of the NIL, President Trump said he's taking over the NIL. He's going to put restrictions on how much they're getting paid, I guess.
That can't be good.
That cannot be
Cannot
good.
be good. I don't even like the sound of that.
That shit don't even. But I swear they was talking about it. It was on the news. This is. I'm not sure about the logistics of the whole thing, but it said Trump had want to put restrictions on the NIL for the college players.
I do
that
not
was
like
on
the sound of that, bro.
Yeah, that was on the AP line. That was mentioned on the AP
line, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
So that means it's real.
That's great. That's crazy.
I don't know how that's going to work or what he's trying to do, restrict how much they make. But you heard it first here. You heard it first here. Donald Trump is going to restrict the NIL for college players.
That's crazy work right there, bro. That's crazy work.
And it sounds like hating to me. That's what it sounds like.
It do sound like hating. So, good news for the Nets. The Wizards play the Miami Heat tomorrow in Miami, the same place where they gave up 83 points to Bam Adebayo a couple of weeks ago.
Jesus Christ.
So,
what are they going to do? Give them another 83?
I don't know. Because right after that, they got to get back on the road. And guess who they play after tomorrow? On Sunday, they go to Brooklyn. They play us.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when the tanking really gonna get out of line.
Oh my God, they're gonna have
man.
a back-to-back. Oh Jesus, the Nets can't. You know, they should just concede this game, man.
The Wizards definitely have a back-to-back. Yes, they do.
That's not gonna look good for us to lose against a back-to-back.
It's not gonna look good, but the good thing about it is that we signed a 10-day contract. I don't even know
for a
his
guy.
name.
Yeah, I seen it. And let me look it up. We signed a 10-day contract for another player. Yeah, I don't think he got any light today. I didn't see the end of the game. Chaney Johnson, Trevor Scott. That's his name. I'm gonna bring
Trevor Scott. I don't know who the hell that is.
But he was on the Nets G League.
Right.
He was on the Nets G League.
So with this loss, we are in the second to worst team in the league.
Yeah, with this loss, we move back to second place, right?
Yeah, we move back to second place.
In the other direction,
right? I think Indiana owns the tiebreaker, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure enough, I think so.
So
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure neither, but hold on.
Trevor Scott. Nets signed Trevor Scott to the Long Island Nets to a 10-day. Nets add Trevor Scott, a G League vet. He's a vet. He's a G League vet to roster on a 10-day.
A G League vet. How the hell you a G League vet?
Because he's been there for a long time.
What?
He's been there for a minute.
That means you stuck in the G League.
He's 29 years old. He's from Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah, you stuck in the G League, coach. It's over with. That man is stuck. That young man is stuck in the G League.
He played college basketball for Cincinnati Bearcats. I had never heard of them neither.
Cincinnati Bearcats. Wow.
Okay. All right. Hang in there, dude. Do they make more money when they sign that 10-day? Yeah, they get an increase, right?
I think so.
Let's see. I'm gonna ask how much more. Let me see. Let's see.
So so here we go. So the season series between us and Indiana is tied at 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Washington game is next, which is on Sunday.
Right.
And I'll be honest, I don't think we getting the worst record in the league.
You don't think so? We got John in the house. What's up, John?
Can you hear me?
I don't think it's that.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, thank goodness. I got a whole new phone. My old phone was breaking down, so I had to get a new one. So you can hear me there, right?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, listen, a big loss tonight. Listen, obviously this Sunday game is make or break. Leaf, I could totally agree with you why we could win Sunday, but let's be honest, they're playing tomorrow. Probably going to wrestle a lot of guys, put up a Julie against us, but our best counteraction is to make sure Claxton, none of these vets play. If we win because of E.G. Liddell and Tycee Etienne, nothing you can say or do about it. Okay, we're stuck with the third odds. But again, you got to do what you can to switch it around best you can. And if we're starting Claxton and Man, it's like you're throwing away your chance to get the best odds. Put yourself in the best odds.
Well, Man's been playing like a take commander lately.
It don't matter. If it's against Washington, a veteran experience can beat a junior league team. You don't want any of that. Let it be because of the G League we win on Sunday, if that's the case. Or if we lose, let it be because of the G League. That's the only way to play these next 4 games. And then I don't know if you guys just saw, Sham just reported the NBA is investigating Milwaukee because Giannis wants to play. They won't let him. So let Giannis play these last 2 games and then shut him down if it's against us.
Oh, like, for real?
We could still find a way to get the worst or second worst odds, which locks down top 5 or top 6. That's what this is about. If we stay at 3, maybe there's a chance we somehow crack top 4, but there's also a high chance you go to 7, meaning you would have drafted 1 spot higher than you did last year for all this suffering, which is not the goal. I'd rather have some certainty than zero certainty at this point. Let's stay the course, put out the most mediocre product possible, and lock up top 6 or 5. That is reasonable and realistic if this front office fully commits the next few days. I'm glad MPJ was shut down. Should have happened a month ago. But Claxton, he's the next man up. Shut him down before Sunday, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, Javon Ship. I saw that. They saying that it was a hardship. It's a hardship. So it is up to 126, I believe.
What's that about? You know the guy we just signed?
The guy we just signed. He gets from 70 to 120. You're right.
I mean, we're facing a dude named Leaky Black on Sunday. I hope that kid drops 40 against us. Like, come on. Like, we got to make it so they want to beat us on Sunday. You know?
Yeah.
We can't stop here. This is a huge week. Like, you're either stuck at 3, which could be a good scenario, or a really bad scenario. At least with second worst odds, I'm in top 6, meaning I could choose between top 4 of AJ, Boozer, Peterson, or Wilson, or at the very worst, Keaton Wagler, Darius Acuff. I'd rather have that selection than be around 7 or 7 or 8, and have no control of my future. Like, that's what the Nets got to aim for here.
I think they pretty, like, if they even win one game left, they still be in that top 3, wouldn't they?
Yeah, you're in top 3, but if you have a chance to move up, why not take it? And listen,
I'm just saying that they still wouldn't be 7 or 8.
Right, but you would be 6 or 5. That means you move up a spot.
I mean, 6 or 5 is not. I mean, that's 6 or 5 possibility.
I know, but Scott, if you're locked in top 5 and I have the 5th pick, the worst case scenario, I have the actual selection. I could choose between Wagler, Acuff, Ament, Mikael Brown, etc. I don't have to just take who's available.
The only one that gets, well, listen, from 1 to 3, if you in the top 1 to 3, it's still 5th or lower, right?
No, if you're at the worst record, it's no less than 5. If it's 2, it's no less than 6. At 3, it's no less than 7. And if we did all this to move up one spot, total failure. But has to go at that point.
But you said the magic word. That's the worst case scenario.
It can happen, and the NBA does not.
I know. It's a lottery. It's a lottery. I agree. It can happen.
I mean, Scott, I know, but Scott, he wants to reform this where championship teams, if they miss in the first round, they're in the lottery now. Like for the Nets, you cannot trust anybody at this point, and that's what I'm saying. Trust ourselves and get the worst or second worst record and lock ourselves up. I'd rather lock myself up in a top selection than have it just be I have to wait until somebody's available at the worst possibility.
Well, the best you can get at losing, being the number 1, is the 5th pick. That's the worst you can have.
I can live with that. I can't live with 5th.
I can't live with 5th. But
Scott, it's like
I cannot live with 5th. I can't live with 5th. I don't want a team that's on the cuffs of going to the playoffs, getting the number 1 pick. That shit is not right, man.
Listen, Scott, just like Podthorn and Jason BK says, you have to put yourself in the best chance possible.
I understand what y'all saying, but I understand.
And if it's 5th, at least we did our best to have the best odds possible. That's all you can do for yourself in this situation.
I understand that. I understand that the 5th is your best possible, your worst possible thing. You want AJ, Boozer, or Caleb. You want the 1 to 3. You don't want 5th. 5th ain't going to do you no good.
At least we have the choice at the very worst. Looking at Wagner, looking at Acuff. I want to have a selection between those 2 at 5, and I want to evaluate them properly. I don't want to be at 6 or 7 where both of them are off the board. That is even a worst case scenario, Scott, because you're left with...
They are off the board. They will be off the board. They're going to be off the board, man. They're going to be off the board at 5th.
But if we're at 5,
I know what Pod would say. 5th last time. There was a player that we wanted from Rutgers. Yeah.
Right.
I understand he came out 5th. I understand that. but that doesn't mean it was a great pick for them.
It would have been a great pick for us because we have no offensive guy that could drop 30, 40 points. Ace Bailey's done it a few times this year. And Pacor told us he was going to be like this. And
if he was on this team, he would suck too. Still.
And listen, he would be the best scorer on this team. We actually would be having fun out there with a guy that's actually a potential star option and having guys just connect. Listen, I like Yegor, I like Powell, I like Wolf, but these guys don't have an alpha in them. Maybe Yegor does in 4 quarters, but we don't have that guy that has the alpha in them for 4 quarters. You have Yegor at 4th quarters. You need a guy that can, for 4 whole quarters, can be an alpha through every one of those quarters. We don't have that guy. Ace would have been one of the components for this year's draft to tie together. You don't have that because you screwed around last year. Now you have to get this one guy, or else both years were a waste at the end of the day because all years get connected.
If we get 5th pick, it's been a waste. That's what I'm saying. If we get 5th pick, regardless of where we at, it's been terrible.
It's been terrible, but again, we have to move forward in that worst case scenario. And the 2 guys you can move forward with are Keaton Wagler, who looks like a decent scorer, or Acuff, who might be the best scorer in this draft. And he's a point guard. I will say Pearson. Listen, Darren Pearson is probably the number 1 point guard in this draft, but Acuff might be the best scorer in this draft for what we've seen. So if those are the options I'm left with, Wagler, Acuff, that's who we have to evaluate with the 5th pick in a worst case scenario, which I can live with, but I will be upset about, of course. But that's the scenario you need in a worst case scenario, Scott.
I don't want it to come down to one game that if you win or lose, that dictates where you get picked at. I think that shit is really no good. Or your worst case scenario. Because that to me doesn't make any sense. To me, it's a lottery. If you're going to get the number 1 pick, that ball was just there for you. That's how I see it. I don't see it the way everybody else see it, like you got to lose to the bottom to get there. Because you might not get there. Because you lose to the bottom doesn't mean...
I know people keep saying everybody who gets the worst record gets the 5th pick. That's been kind of a pattern, but all patterns change. If we get the worst record...
We don't know that.
If we get the worst record, maybe it drops to 3 or 4 this year, which honestly, I can live with. I'm going Caleb Wilson or Darren Pearson. Okay. That's worth the sacrifice.
But I want people not to get upset. It is a lottery. You put yourself in... To me, I think the Nets put themselves in a great position, really, to be honest with you.
It's going to be for both years. Like, if we get the 5th pick by getting the worst record,
they put themselves in good position.
Listen, if we get the 5th pick because we did everything somehow by the book, or we didn't do it fully by the book, but we still tried to make up for it, we have to live with that. But last year, that was fully on the front office and Jordy for not getting on the same page. They put us in a worse position where I told people, if you screwed up last year's draft, and you missed out on this year's draft by now doing things right, that's on the Nets front office for screwing up last year. Both of these years, we were supposed to give yourselves the best odds. We did it 1 time out of 2 years. That wasn't the mission. So regardless, one of Sean and Joe should go if we do get the 5th pick by the end of the year, because their guarantee was if we did this for 2 years, we'll come away with at least 1 generational talent, or at the best 2 generational talents. Now we're banking on 1 because they screwed up last year. That's unacceptable for the path they chose for Scott. They chose this path when they traded Bridges to the Knicks. So they have to live and die by that sword. And if you don't come in with a generational guy in 2 years, one of them has to go. It's the only way the Nets base can feel confident about who's ever in charge going forward, because the gamble didn't pay off. If that's how it lands going at 5.
I don't like the 5th pick. I don't like Acuff. I don't like him. I don't like him for the NBA.
Listen, I understand people's worries about the lack of defense and the height. The kid's a buck.
I've seen him play.
He could be a good player. But I like Wagler. Listen, Wagler's in the Final Four, right, with Illinois. Nobody had this guy projected as a top pick. His scoring numbers are very respectable, 40% from field, 40% from 3. He lacks athletic ability, but this dude, he's got a shooter's touch. I've seen some really good plays from him. And I don't want a point guard either, but with the 5th pick, Wagler might be your best bet to getting another bench guy to develop this young core, which is a worst case scenario, but you got to go with the best guy available. But Acuff at the same time, if Wagler had Acuff scoring, Wagler's the perfect guy to take at 5. But you have to kind of decide between both of them. And if Acuff had Wagler's height, this wouldn't even be a conversation. So I think those are the two best bets with the 5th pick, Wagler and Acuff. Everybody else, they really didn't step up like some of us thought we would, like with Flemings, with Mikael Brown, Amont. The only two guys that really stepped up were Wagler and Acuff outside of top 4. And that's what the Nets should focus on if that's where we're drawing. But for right now, get the best odds possible and just maybe you crack that top 4 at 3 or 4, which I can live with. I really don't want the number 1 pick because I think a lot of people expect, to choose Peterson and whatnot. I'd rather get 2 or 3 where I can get the Basta or Boozer. That would be a better case scenario for the Brooklyn Nets. So give yourself the best odds, get in top 4, at the very worst top 5, and you just got to move from there. But one of these guys in front office has to go if we don't get top 4 on May 10th. There's just no way you could keep the Sean and Joe crazy show together anymore. It's not going to be good for the content. And that rhyme, I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but seriously, the Sean and Joe crazy show has ran its course for 10 years. And if you don't get a franchise guy in 2 historic drafts, there's nobody to blame but themselves because they didn't take last year seriously. And this year even had some ebbs and flows I was concerned about. But again, that's on them. So that's the only way we can move forward, I think, is with new management at this point. Because constructing a contending team after this, I don't have a lot of faith in both these guys because they either try to do too much too quick or too little too fast. So I just don't see the vision that they are seeing right now unless it's going after a big fish soon, which honestly, I'd rather have that young star to pair with that big fish than just have an aging big fish on this team, which we've seen twice for this team not pay any dividends.
Down under said, I bet we land 4 or 5. Yeah.
If we get 4,
I hope so, Down I hope we get 4. 4 is good for me.
It's Garrett Wilson. This dude has killer instinct, defensive abilities. He might be the best prospect to play positionless basketball, guard 1 through 4. He might even play a little 5, but this dude is athletic as hell. He is definitely a solid building guy you could have on the team. Is he a superstar? I can't go there. Is he maybe a star? There's a lot of potential there, but he's definitely a guy I'd be stoked to have on this team because he could be that 1B connector for us to eventually get a 1A. But you need that type of guy, and he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder, which is warranted for this team. We need somebody like that. So yeah, 4. I don't think any Brooklyn fan should be unhappy about that because you get a solid building block at the very worst inside top 4.
Yeah. Listen, to me, I'm telling you, it's a bust if you don't get 1 through 3. I mean, for me, I don't know. Maybe because I have my hopes up. AJ DeBasta said he's not coming out.
That was a joke. Oh,
that was a meme. That was one of those.
Somebody with JSK got fired, which I thought was real for a second. Yeah, some people were busting top 3. If we get outside the top 3. The NBA front office has something to do. It says Adam Silver doesn't know how to run the NBA properly. He wants to put championship teams that get first-round exits in a lottery. That's despicable, given the fact that small market teams have to struggle so much just to get in the draft, just to get close to a top pick. And now you want to reward more top teams. So for the Brooklyn Nets, you cannot hope and pray the NBA has your back. You got to have your own back in this situation. And I'm happy we're hopefully going to be away from this draft for a long time because it's going to get even worse if those horrible reforms get passed around early May, which I don't think they're going to benefit anybody that does the tank. No bad teams purposely now going to stop tanking because you're gifting better teams with better odds by default. That's just going to make the tanking teams tank even harder. So yeah, I'm happy we're going to be out of this soon because for the Brooklyn Nets, you cannot rely on the NBA to have you back in this. If we get top 4, I'm excited because part of it was really on our doing, our sacrificing to get that. It wasn't the NBA gave us a handout. It's we did everything in our power to get in that top 4. That's what we have to live with.
They're going to just have to give us, if they want to give us the top 3 pick, then so be it. Down under Dunker was saying, I'll take 3 for sure. Me too, man. If that's going to lose at 3, I'm super excited because there's still people that are saying Peterson might still go 1 or 2, which honestly,
I don't want the guy. I call him Mr. Hydration. I think he's a skilled scorer, but looking at the guys that have the alpha persona, he's a really good scorer. I don't know if he has that leadership quality we're looking for on this team. You see with Boozer and AJ, both those guys have the motors. They have the commitment. They're both very skilled. Boozer's physically ready right now to contribute on any NBA team, while AJ is arguably, I think, the most elite potential scorer in this whole draft. Like, Eric Jacob might be the best scorer in the draft, but AJ is elite at scoring. So AJ or Boozer for me is like that guy that you can build around for the next 10 plus years. And that's what this draft is about. For the first time in Brooklyn Nets history, having a young star you drafted that's going to be here for the next 10 plus years. The Nets have never done that in Brooklyn history. Like, that to me is the ultimate win. It's not eventually winning a championship. It's having the ability to have a guy that will be here for the next 10 plus years. We've never had that in 10 years in Brooklyn. A sustainable young star that we've developed and made that guy. So this is your best and last chance, I believe, to do so. And with AJ Boozer, you got to feel good about that.
I think we might even have chances with the Knicks picks, man. I really believe that. If we keep the Knicks picks, I mean, the way things are going, you can't expect the Knicks to be where they at 4 years from now.
Oh, they're in trouble. You've heard the rumors, right? That team is breaking down at the seams.
And we have their picks, but we're looking at 4 years from now. So I'm just saying it's an opportunity every year to actually improve your team.
Valuable chips, those picks. Listen, I know the one clause with these bad tech reforms are they give top team shots in the lottery. Well, guess what? If you have other teams' picks, let's say the Knicks are a first-round exit, that's automatically a lottery pick for the Brooklyn Nets. Now I see a bit of the power with keeping the picks. But honestly, Scott, we're not looking to be in the draft for the next 3 or 4 more years. These were the 2 years typically. Because this was a 2-year timeline. Now it's an 18-month timeline. It's not we're going to draft more guys. We already drafted 5 going on 6. I understand the potential of keeping those picks and just hoping the Knicks crash, but I definitely think the Knicks are going to crash on their own, and there are going to be teams wanting our Knicks picks to give up star players that are unhappy on those teams. Think of Apollo. Think of, I know people are not bored with Giannis, but still, the Giannis thing's going to be happening very soon. Like for the Nets, those Knicks picks are going to be asked by any team who has an unhappy star that wants to potentially come to Brooklyn, and those picks are going to be our big currency. It's currency what we have with those picks, and they're going to be very powerful to use, I think, to trade for upgrade talent. I don't think to draft, because let's remember that this draft is not benefiting us like we thought it would last year, or even this year there's some worries. So I don't think it will benefit us the next few drafts, which aren't looked at to be historical compared to this one. So we're in a good position with those picks, but I would strongly advise us to hold on to those picks until we trade them for a star upgrade to join this young core we're drafting right now. That's what I think the Nets should do with those picks. Not hold on to them and keep drafting. That's not going to benefit us.
Yeah, Joey, the bench was better today. Smith played well in the first half. He sure enough did. He shot well. He shot really good.
He says, I'm going to take what they give me. Hey, listen, I appreciate Dayrod's attitude. He knows where he's at. He knows he's a good center, a good backup center, and he knows he's a good rebounder. I think he knows financially he's not going to make the big bread, but I think if the Nets give him a few $1,000,000 more on his extension contract, he'll be fine and dandy. I like a player like Dayrod. That's the problem with some of these role players in the NBA. They think because they're so good at a certain role, they should get $20, $25 million. No. If you want to be part of a championship team, do your role effectively, and you'll make a few extra million. I think Dayrod gets that. You know, Scott? Those are the type of players we want on this Brooklyn team. If you're going to try to construct a championship team around a core 4 or 5, you need those unselfish bench guys that are not concerned with their bank account and more concerned with their actual role on the team. I like Dayron's attitude because it's simplistic. Those are the role guys we need going into next year. I feel like we have some of those guys with a mind knot, with a Dayron. Even Zaire might get a few million more bump. He's a solid defensive role player. I think the Nets have the makings of a good bench, but it's getting those 1A star type players to go to the next level. That's what we hopefully get in this draft, or if not, you got to look in the market. And we are armed with a lot of picks to start wheeling and dealing to make those big moves when the time obviously is right.
Well, it don't look like this off season is for free agents happening, but like I said, you never know.
Trademark. It's the free agency's kind of dead, but trademark will be alive. I think you got to pay attention to Orlando because everybody's looking at them. They say the coach is going to get fired. I understand that, but they are an expensive team, and they've never been known for paying those luxury taxes. And Paolo, the guy's numbers are good, but him and that team, there's a chemistry disparity that I've looked into a bit, and I kind of see it. Like, his skill set is good, but it doesn't fit that team. So even if they change the coach, I think there are bigger issues at hand that their gamble for all these guys they assembled just didn't pay off. The Desmond Bain trade, you trade 5 firsts for Desmond, thinking that's going to make you a top 4 team, and you're near the 9th or 10th play-in seed right now. That is a epic failure if you're Orlando Magic. So they're a team, if I'm Wilkin, I'm definitely paying attention to. If they are a first-round play-in exit, I don't think firing the coach is going to solve anything. So that's a team you're definitely going to look at. The Cavs as well with Mitchell and Harden. They seem to have gelled well. Harden and Allen have gelled well, but Jared Allen is dealing with a bad knee injury that might require surgical procedure. And James Harden in the playoffs has not exactly been, Mr. Presto. He's been Mr. Houdini. Likes disappearing a lot. So I think the Cavs are another team the Nets are watching because we've been connected to Donovan Mitchell going back a few years. So I think the Cavs and Orlando are the teams Brooklyn will definitely be paying close attention to. And obviously the honest stuff will take care of itself. But I don't think there's really any other teams the Nets are concerned with except really Orlando and the Cavs because those are star players on those teams the Nets might want to take a crack at this summer. But I think for the Nets, just try to construct a decent roster if you really hit on this draft this summer. You're not make the crazy move yet, but if the timing makes sense and you think you could construct something really good, you could definitely take a gamble potentially. But you need to have that 1A guy in this draft, though, to do so, or else it's kind of be what it was with KD, Kyrie, and James, banking on their talents, and there's nothing else around them. That can't work in this NBA era we're in. Like, if you're trying to go for a title, you need to have the right pieces. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, Day 3-year, $30 million down under. Yeah, I can give him that. I mean, Day is a decent backup center, though.
I wouldn't go higher.
I think the Nets will pause a new contract until they see. Could they trade for a star? They have a lot of team-friendly deals. Yes, they do. And Leaf was just saying the same thing, that Sean wants to do like these bad contract things, Those are huge to have. Yeah, they are. Well, it gives you flexibility. You're right, Saint.
Yeah.
That gives you flexibility.
The MPJ stuff is very interesting. I know people have said the Nets like this guy. They see him as a big part of the team. He's a third option at most. He's not getting a 4-year, $257 million extension at a $58 million salary. That's ludicrous, and the Nets would regret it for the rest of their lives. If he wants a 2-year extension with maybe a $30 million salary, okay, we could talk. But unless you get that star in this draft, if we don't get it, the Nets should not have serious extension talks with a guy that's going to be in his 30s and is dealing with a potentially ticking time bomb back issue. Like, for the Nets, they got to be smart with MPJ. Like, if you think you could get Apollo on this team, you trade MPJ. If you think you want to go after Giannis, then keep MPJ. Makes a bit of sense. But so I wouldn't overpay him. I think for the Nets, a lot of what they're going to do this summer is going to be around that MPJ extension or a potential MPJ trade. I didn't want to bring this up because I know people don't want to hear it, but look at Philly right now. Yes, they're gelling a bit, but that team has been a disaster the last few years. And now they have Embiid and Paul George. George, obviously, the suspension stuff, and Embiid, load management. He's actually trying to load manage himself to a playoff game. Like, you kind of see it. He plays the game, might have an illness. Like, it's crazy shit, but I genuinely feel Philly has a quick exit in the playoffs. They're going to try to contact the Brooklyn Nets about a Paul George MPJ swap because they want to get some type of cap space relief from the hell they put themselves in. But if you're going to give me Paul George, who has 2 bad years left on his deal, I need that Rockets 2026 first, which is the second first in this draft, and I need that very valuable Clippers 2020 first. That Clippers 2020 first could be a huge trade chip for the Nets. I'm only doing business with Philly if they give me 2 important picks like that attached to George. I'm not giving you George for MPJ and nothing else. Like, no, if we're going to pay a price, you got to pay a price. So that's definitely another situation I could see unfold if the Nets don't want to pay MPJ and they're looking to collect assets. That could be a move the Nets could take. But again, if you want to do the cheap route and go get Zion this summer by trading Claxton Man 0 picks, then give MPJ a small 2-year extension. Let's see what MPJ, Zion, and the kids could do. If that makes you a fun playing team or maybe a top 6 playoff team, then hey, the Nets still have all this capital. They didn't have to take that big gamble on a Giannis deal. We kind of made a few moves here or there, banking on guys to revive their value, like Zion, for instance. So that, I think, makes a load of sense. For the Nets, the moves they make this summer will dictate where they're going to be the next few years, and they have to be smart moves. Don't just make the big, flashy move if your team can't match that. If you want to go after a Zion and to pair with MPJ and this young core, that makes a little bit of sense, but you cannot overpay guys. Like Saint just said, you have team-friendly contracts. Utilize those to your full advantage. Don't put yourself at a disadvantage like you did with the Simmons money. That was awful. We don't want to handicap ourselves like that.
Yeah, did you see lately, before I answer some of the questions in the chat, the thing with Donald Trump is taking over the NIL from the college kids and rewriting some restrictions, restricting how much they get? Did you see that?
I didn't see that. I'm not too focused on that type of stuff.
I mean, I haven't really checked into it, but it is on the AP wire. I've seen it that Donald Trump is restricting the NIL or putting restrictions on the NIL. That's what I'm getting out of it. So
I'll look more to that.
I don't think Saint was saying. I think MPJ wants to take a huge page cut. He don't.
I don't think. Listen, I agree, because at the end of the day, if we don't get a 1A superstar in this draft, like Saint is saying, MPJ has all the power, which he shouldn't have. But this is why Sean and Joe are bad negotiators. If they don't have that 1A superstar to say, hey, listen, MPJ, you're like a third option guy, but you're not the temporary 1A guy anymore. You have to take a pay cut. But if there's no 1A guy in this draft we get, then it's almost like, well, we kind of screwed ourselves with that. The guy will only stay here if we pay him over $40 million. Like, that's not going to work. So I think if he's dead set on wanting a $50 million salary, you got to trade him. Trade him straight up for Zion. Hell, if Orlando want to blow the Paolo thing up, trade him for Paolo and some picks. Like, I do not want to give a guy who has back issues a full 4-year extension where this guy was considering retirement last year. Me and Scott saw it on the video. Giving this guy a full-blown contract extension would be insane.
That was scary, wasn't it?
Guy coming off this draft. So if he wants that big money, get it elsewhere, because we're not going to fall for the trap. So
John, you're right. That was scary, though. I ain't gonna lie. He did mention that he was contemplating.
This guy was like breaking down on his podcast. Like, this is the leader? This is the guy that's gonna help these kids go next level? He's thinking about leaving. Like, that to me is a huge red flag I have not forgotten about till this day. And now this guy wants big. If he gets the big contract, Scott, and in year 3 he's like, my back's giving out, I might want to buy out, then we're snake bitten. Then that whole thing was screwy from the start, because we should have foreseen it. That's the thing with MPJ. I don't trust him making big money is going to hold up. Like, he had one good month in December. We only played 9 games. After that, he was inconsistent. So the only way I see us doing business with him is if he's willing to take a slight pay cut, or at the very worst, we front load the contract. You want a big salary the first year? Okay. But after that, it decreases by a lot of money. That's the only way I could see us working something out like that with him. It's not going to be 50-50-50 like Paul George and his crappy extension. We cannot snake bit ourselves like that.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think. I mean, I like MPJ though. I really do. I like him to be on the team, but I think the money thing might not work. It might not fit what the direction that Sean wants to go.
I agree.
He don't really like to pay. They don't really like to pay. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Nets really don't want to pay.
Like Nick Paxton, who they were trying to trade. That's the funny thing. They tried to trade this guy multiple times. He said to Brian Lewis they tried to trade multiple times. But you know what? I still gave me $100 million. Why? I don't know. But hey, I took it. Like, that's the problem with the Brooklyn Nets. And you hear about the Cam Johnson stuff today? Devin wants to re-sign Payne Watson, but now they have to salary dump Cam Johnson with a pick potentially. Oh, the irony, Scott. Oh, the irony. We paid Cam Johnson a $96 million contract. Like, another bad deal we should have foreseen for a non-twin that didn't want to be in Brooklyn in the first place. Like, we've hit on some bad contracts last few years.
Yeah, but it goes to show you that players when they play with other certain players play well. I mean, it has to fit. It's like a puzzle. I mean, not unless this dude is just, Michael Jordan. I mean, I haven't seen another Michael Jordan come out yet. I mean, we did see like Kobe, but he developed a little bit. And LeBron, we saw LeBron come into the league like, demanding playing big boys basketball, But
I genuinely feel that this kid ages honestly. He has an aura, man. I'm telling you, like he may never be a Michael Jordan or LeBron, but the kid has aura. He's definitely the guy I think a lot of people are going to watch to see develop because this guy's athletic and he's an elite bucket scorer. So we just kind of see how he develops. The problem with Darren Peterson was they called this kid a Kobe-like right out the gate. And I didn't see it, so like we'll see what happens with him too. But Jovan makes a great point. He's not a main piece, and if this guy wants the most money on the team, trade him. We do not have to give MPJ the most money on the team because we want to be a playing team next year. If that's what it's going to take to be a playing team, I'd rather get 5 G Leaguers making $50 million they give one guy $50 million. I'm serious, Scott. Like, it's not worth it. We're going to give this guy a full extension just to get to a play-in game that we could lose? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm not going to fall for the MPJ, the MPJ spam game. I'm not falling for it. Like, no, man. Like, we got to be smart this summer. If we get AJ DeBosa in this draft, we should strongly consider trading MPJ because we have our small forward, AJ. We don't need MPJ. Some people are talking about moving MPJ to power forward. Why would we move a guy with 3 back surgeries to a physical position like that? Somebody tell me the logic. Because there is no logic.
He's a 3. He's a 3.
I'd rather trade MPJ for Zion at that point. If we have AJ at 3 and Zion at 4, and I could get a Hartenstein like center, okay, we're good. The Nets are going to be good in the front court for a while. But not giving MPJ $50 million. And no Clowney.
Would you go for Zion? That's the question. Would you go? I mean, it's a possibility.
If it's just Claxton and man with 0 picks, of course I do. That's a Trae Young deal where I'm not really losing. Look at the Hawks right now, Scott. Them getting CJ McCollum literally like just saved their whole season and made them a legit threat in the East for Trae Young. Crazy. Imagine just now doing Claxton and man for Zion, and Zion all of a sudden could stay healthy somehow. That would be a huge miracle for the Nets right there. That's worth the gamble in that self. If we don't have to give up any picks, even better, because I don't think we have to give up anything for Zion because we don't know if he's going to be healthy enough.
Right.
But I would do it. For that cheap type of deal, I would do it. I was against it, but given the fact we need some talent, what we have to ask Zion to do is dunk a basketball. Okay. We can do a deal like that. And it's a cheap deal. But if they're asking for 1 or 2 firsts, no. Find somebody else for that. So I think that's definitely something to explore this summer for sure.
Now, I just want to go through some of the numbers. Terrence Mann played 22 minutes, which I know you are upset about. But he only scored 8 points, so he did his job. He had 2 turnovers, too. Noah Clowney played 21 minutes, 12 points, 4 for 7, 0 for 2 for 3. Nick Claxton, 25 minutes, 16 points, 7 for 10. Nick played well in the first half.
It's got to be shut down Sunday. If we play him on Sunday,
you scared of Nick. You scared of Nick.
Not scared. He does this when it doesn't matter. He has his best number when it doesn't matter.
At the end of the season.
Remember Claxman? Claxman! Like, he does it the most inopportune times.
Drake Powell, well, Jordy's playing the actual rookies. He's giving them mad minute. He played 29 minutes, 6 points, 2 for 7, 0 for 2 for 3. He had 1 turnover. Nolan Triol, 29 minutes, 13 points, 5 for 11, 2 for 6, 1 for 2. I think Nolan's finding out, I have speed, but when I get around the rim, anybody in the NBA can slap your stuff. I'm telling you. They just as quick as you think. Those big dudes and them long guys are quick too, man. They might not be able to run with you, but if they stay around the rim, you got a problem. You gotta put body on somebody. You can't just fly by them and lay it up. It It ain't gonna work in the NBA. I'm telling you.
Nolan just needs an outside shot of some sort. If he can develop a mid-range game, he can figure it out. He's
Well,
definitely
if he
got the
get
ability to.
yes,
It's
he
definitely
has the
needs to
speed. He
evolve.
has the speeds. He has the size. You need an outside shot to go with your speed.
Right.
And you got to learn how, because if you just thinking, they know that you want to get to the rim and do the little, the one hand thing off the backboard. They know what you want to do. They know what you want to do, Nolan.
Right. I think we can figure it out. And for him to have the most assists out of all the rookies ending this season, that definitely should be
He's
celebrated.
just got to get a shot. He just got to get a shot.
It's great that his playmaking took a lot of steps, considering where he was beginning of the season, being very not confident in himself. I'm very happy with his playmaking abilities. That's definitely been a plus he could take away. Obviously, the scoring is another thing. Drake Powell comes down to confidence, but he's been having some double-digit games lately. I'm happy that him and Jordy are working on their communication. Jordy even said, I want this kid to do well. I'm pushing him out there. That's all I want to hear, Jordy. Push the kids. Don't just put them on the bench because you're unhappy with their progress or them not meeting your standards.
No, well, you know what Jordy do.
To meet them so they can uplift themselves.
Jordy calls a timeout and talk to them because he knows this just about rebound. I think he likes Nolan. The thing is, and he just talks to him about, because sometimes he lacks in defense. He lacks around. He's looking around. The guys are crafty in the NBA, man. Every team in the NBA can play decent ball at any given night. So you can't sit there and go, oh, well, they just as bad as we are. And, no. Everybody got skill set out there. Trust me, they know what they're doing. They might not be as unified as a team, because teams that win a lot, they play together for a while. But
are you asking about Nolan or Powell? If it's about Nolan, I think mid-range. I've seen Nolan hit threes. It's not his bread and butter. His is interior game, I believe. Mid-range, a solid layup. I feel like Nolan using his speed is way better for the inside game than the outside game. He doesn't have a step-back three like Drake Powell or even Danny Wolf. So I would say, if I'm in Nolan's shoes, I want him to develop the mid-range over the three. If I'm Drake Powell, I like Drake Powell's mid-range game. I think his step-back threes are fun. I would like Drake Powell to have a better interior game. Honestly, I want all of these guys we drafted to have a better interior game than an outside game. I get it's all about the threes, but I wish the NBA would not all try to copy each other in that frame, because not everybody can shoot the three like Stephen Curry. They just can't.
Yeah.
But these guys have inside games that you shouldn't get rid of, because you just have them stand on the corners to hit threes. It's boring, it's repetitive, and it doesn't make them better. Is that what Jordy want? I think Jordy believes in the Euro style of quick pace, shoot threes, causing turnovers, that type of stuff, but you need physicality. And interior game, you need to have that physicality to get by people, to keep them on their toes. If our young players in their sophomore years can't keep the opposition on their feet, keep them surprised, and then they're easily going to defend those guys and put them back to square one. I want Jordan to incorporate a more physical offense next year, more interior plays. I want us to not be relying on the three. Of course, we're going to shoot the three a lot, but don't make it the bread and butter of this team's identity. Let these kids make some people twist some ankles on the glass. Nolan could do. We've got Nolan twist a player's ankle once or twice. We've seen Drake Powell dunk the ball, have some mid-range buckets. Even Yegor a bit try to get an interior at a dunk. I think these 5 guys we drafted, they all have some type of interior game. I want them to dwell more into that, to figure it out. I don't want them to just be outside shooters, because outside shooters can only get you so far. And I just wish the NBA wouldn't make that the end-all, be-all, because not everybody's Stephen Curry. They think they can repeat it in over all these teams. Good luck, because it's not going to make the product any better. And for these kids we got, I think their interior game skills could develop if there's more emphasis on that.
All right, let me have Zion Williams, 21 minutes, 8 points, 2 for 10, 1 for 3, 1 turnover. Trevon Scott, 8 minutes, 6 points, 2 for 3, 1 for 1, 1 for 1 for 3. Nothing else. Josh Minott, 21 minutes, 10 points, 3 for 7, 2 for 5 for 3. Malachi Smith, 17 minutes, 15 points. He didn't play too much in the second half. He was on fire in the first half.
That was a big decision.
5 for 8. Yeah, of course, because I guess he didn't want, well, even if he did score 30, they still would have lost.
Touche.
58, it wouldn't have mattered. But he was 4 for 5 for, what was he? 3 points. Yeah, 3-pointers. Yeah, he was on fire. Saraf played 25 minutes, 2 points, 1 for 4. 2 turnovers.
Listen, I appreciate Saraf getting justice on Draymond with that dunk from Mr. Whammy. I'll remember that from Saraf. But again, I look at Saraf's game. His one move of doom layup is not going to cut it. If you can't play off of 2 feet, you're not going to be in the NBA for a long time. And I just think for Saraf, he's got to get comfortable with that, or else you're gonna sink.
I want to know who out of those agents that went overseas and looked at all of the product. I want to know who picked him. I want to know which scout picked Saraf, told Sean, Saraf, get him. That's my man. I want to know who that is.
I would encourage you to rewatch the Scout series, Scott. I think you'll see who did that.
Yeah, I want to know which scout said, get him.
Scott, did you hear about Ray Nord, Rookie of the Month? The guy who...
Yeah, the guy that you could have got. The guy that was there. He was there. He was there.
Have any of our rookies been Rookie of the Month in 10 years? No. Come on. We have the power. 5 picks. Get me a wing and a center. Draft 2 point guards at the very most. Okay, not 3. You did not need Saraf. I don't understand the point of it. It just felt like 3 darts. We want to see who could be a point guard. The other 2 had to either become a backup or one of the guys has to move to a different position on the court. I hate that type of thinking. Like, you could have got a center in this draft. Ray Nard would have been perfect for this team.
They could have got Renault. I said before the draft even started that I knew we was picking in the back rounds, the late first round. Renault would be there, and they should get him.
It's a disaster.
I don't know what they was thinking.
It felt like part of the Euro thing of it all, trying to sell us that we're a Euro team. But it's like, I respect diversity, but don't use that as the reason why you chose the guy.
Right.
He's strategic about it.
You draft on talent. You draft on talent at all times. All the times. You gotta walk in there. You gotta walk in there with a blind eye, your eyes covered, and know that the talent is what you're looking for. Period.
Yeah. And Sean Moore, this is my biggest pet peeve is he seems to not want to get 7-footers. I don't know why he got against.
I don't know what he got against tall players.
Like even that dude is developing himself. You see his progress. Like that dude got kicked out the NBA. Like come on.
I can't figure that on out. And Chaney Johnson played 23 minutes, 11 points, 5 for 7. He played hard though. Okay, other than that,
the Chaney Johnson kid. I think that's a good project for us. The kid seems to be a sponge on the court. He does what's asked of him. I like a guy that's willing to learn on the fly like that. That's kind of what we're looking for.
He's playing for his life. He's playing for his livelihood right now. These guys are desperate, you know. And Sean got him under the gun. Believe me, trust me. But the thing is, like, you know, you got to play the athletic guys, man. I you know how I feel about. What's up, Lee? You there? I don't even know how Leaf is in, but okay. Yeah, I honestly believe that you have to play these guys, man. It would be nice to go all the way out and just lose out. I don't think it'll change that much. I think we're doing better than we did last year, as far as tanking is concerned. I don't like to say tanking, but I like to say rebuild. That's the
We,
word.
we are, but I feel a lot more secure about second first. Even if it blows up in our face, at least I know I have some control over where our future is going. Our problem last year was we had no control because you put ourselves in the worst odds position possible. You get 8, you're left with who you're left with to select. And that's way too many options. I'd rather have a pick of the main options that are available. And if that's Acuff or Wagler, that's who we have to decide on. That's something I can live with. But if we don't have that control, then you move down to guys like Flemings, Koa Pete, Mikael Brown. Like, I think all three of those guys have fun qualities, but I'm looking for a guy that's going to be that next best thing on this team. And I didn't see a lot from those guys specifically, but I did from Acuff and Wagler right now. So if that's where we're at with the fifth pick, then we have to
Right.
live with that, unfortunately. But I want to have the best odds because at least we have a shot in the dark to at least have our number called potentially in top 4. That's what they do. And if you're not in that spot, you're going to get asked out potentially.
Right.
But we'll see what happens Sunday. I think you cannot play any vets on Sunday. If we do, then we just don't care, and that's on Sean and Joe. One of them has to go. That'll be my only justification of that whole thing.
Well, I mean, we only got a couple of vets on the court anyway.
Yeah, but Claxton cannot play on Sunday. If we play E.G. Liddell, we win because E.G. Liddell, then there's nothing else you could have done. Because that's, I think, our only big we have available after Claxton. You know?
Right.
I think Shady Johnson, I think, plays a little big, but that's not really a thing. But, like, yeah, that's what you got to put out against the Wizards. They're going to put out junior varsity. You got to put out Pee-wee varsity. Something like that. But we'll see what happens. I feel decent about our spot like you do, but I'll feel even better if we're in top 2 odds or top 1 somehow.
So
at least having
you're saying that the worst we can get is Koa Pete, right?
It's I think he'll be at 7 potentially. Honestly, looking at 5 through 7 right now, I see Wagler, I see Acuff, and I see either Flemings, Mikael Brown, or Koa at 7. And then 8 or 9 is where the other 2 would fall. So that's a lot of guards. Again, choosing a point guard is not probably the best thing to do when you just drafted 5 guards. But if that's in the position we're in, then now we could really criticize that scouting department you just want to criticize about why we chose Saraf. Again, see, this is why you could have gotten a wing, a center. You could have balanced out your team in last year's draft and then really went for a top point guard or a wing in this draft. We got so many guards, it's like overkill. But again, Wagler or Acuff for me has made the strongest case so far.
Right. Okay. All right. I don't see nothing. I mean, I like this Koa Pete dude. I really do. I like his attitude around the rim. And
He's an interesting project. I just don't know if he's higher up for me. I would say around the 5 or 6 bracket. You know.
I gotta see more of his game though. I really do.
But thank goodness this is going to be over by next Sunday because I think the Brooklyn base deserves a nice long 1-month break.
How many games we got left? 6 games? 5
Yeah,
games?
just about. Yeah, about I think 5. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 more games left.
Yeah.
Wizards, Bucks, Pacers, Bucks, and then Toronto, I believe. Yeah, we play on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Sunday. So we'll see.
Whose music was that? That's you? That's Keaton Wagler. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, this is definitely a guy to look out for. Wasn't touted as a top guy, but he's been a solid scorer. His biggest problem is he's not athletic, but he's got real scoring chops. 44 from field, 40 from 3. Like, you like those types of production numbers.
Yeah.
And he's been playing 33 minutes a game. Okay, he's got a bit of a motor. That's good. 5 rebounds. I like it. The 4 assists. If he could have a 4 or 5 assist ratio, that'd be pretty impressive for a first year. So, yeah, this to me, I think, is the second best point guard potentially after Peterson, but even Acuff, man, like if Acuff had the height and defensive abilities, he could be arguably the best scoring point guard in this draft. But he unfortunately has those deficiencies, so he might fall behind a few of these other guys just because they could play defense and they're taller than him. But Wagler, I think, offensively is a solid piece. It's just, does he have Acuff scoring chops? That's like where I'm trying to like figure that out a little bit.
Yeah, Max. Saint was saying Man and Clax and Clowney should definitely be done for the season.
That should be done by Sunday, man. Sunday.
They should be.
I'm gonna go have dinner with the families on Easter. Well, we watch the G League teams face off.
Well, they played like it already. To be honest with you, Claxton played kind of well, but they didn't really. Atlanta really don't have a big. They play like
they lost the big because Golga from Orlando hurt the guy's ankle, man, or something.
Yeah,
that was tough for them.
But they didn't need a big to beat us.
The type of team you need. You need solid scorers, athletic wings, solid defenders. Like that's the type of team you want in the Eastern Conference.
That's the type of team we had before we went for the big three.
And honestly, this Hawks team looks even way more talented than that team we got because you look at Jalen Johnson. No, they didn't think they had a star in him. Now they do. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker, that guy's had, I think, 10 or 11 30-point games this season. He's been the second guy to Johnson. And then you have CJ McCollum as the third option. They surprisingly put together a very competitive team. Now, the center position, I agree, is a little shoddy at best. If they had a legit center, that team is scary. I'll be honest, that's a scary team. So I think the Cavs, if they could utilize Mobley and Allen effectively against them in the first round, Cavs will take it. But the Hawks are kind of what the Magic were a few years ago, that defensive team that can just kind of get you on any night and really wear you down. So the Hawks are definitely a team I don't think you want to face because they just have so many different wings and scores they could throw at you. So that's definitely a team where I think that's what the Nets should look at, man. We got to add more explosive wings, more dynamic scorers. We have to have an actual big to play winning basketball. Like, this small ball crap has to end in 5 days, Scott. It really does. Like, if we can't evolve that concept, how are we ever going to have a serious team? Like, right now, Claxton, to me, is the 14 or 15 best center in the East right now. That's bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, Keaton Wagner, right? 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4.3 assists. So he probably has team concept very well. He shoots 40% from, is that from 3? Yeah. From 3, he's 6'6", 180 pounds. He's from Kansas. So, I mean, he's a guard, right? Basically, in the NBA.
Yeah, somebody was spoke to threw a LaMelo comp his way, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I hope we don't get the ankle version of LaMelo at Wagler, because then that would be a real disappointment. But if Wagler has the scoring chops like some people have said he does, that's definitely worth a look. I think this guy's put himself in top 3 conversation for point guards in this draft, potentially, behind Acuff and Peterson. So he's definitely has a chance to crack top 5 or top 6, I think. I really do think he can do it if he keeps this up. And if he somehow wins the tournament with his team, Illinois, right now, that definitely raises his stock, I think, to top 5 potentially, if he could win this whole tournament as a key team. Yeah,
to be honest with you, John, I honestly believe that we just need to revamp this team, the front. You know,
we
Claxton,
have to.
I mean, I like Claxton. Don't get me wrong. I like him, but he has ran its course. Sometimes change is good. Change is good for him. Change is good for us.
To upgrade, like, I truly believe you cannot have a front court of Clowney, Claxton. Even Clowney, man, like, it's been a disappointing season. This is supposed to be Clowney's big development year. He had a little fun spurts, but it's been marred by inconsistency. He got injured again. He's been too reliant on the 3. If you're telling me a 234-pound grown man who has shown us he could dunk the basketball, get to the free throw line, is now too reliant on shooting threes, then I just have a tall version of Patty Mills on my team. That is not what we signed up for. And I think the Nets front office does have to fret, because if we do get Boozer or Wilson in this draft, he's regulated to the bench, and when his extension gets brought up, he either has to take what the Nets give him, like similar to Cam Thomas, or Noah Clowney is a trade chip for us to go get a star piece. And honestly, I can live with that. I don't think we have to fret about Clowney's financial situation because this was his opportunity this year to lock down the starting 4 position, and he epically underdelivered, and I feel like we're in a decent spot with that. But yeah, at least we have clarity that Clowney isn't the guy that we thought he could be, which honestly, having some clarity on that's better than me thinking, oh, this guy just needs another year. He had 3 years, Scott. This was supposed to be the year, and he just did not deliver. So yeah, I feel like for Noah Clowney, he is not the powerful we need, and if he can't handle being a bench guy again, then he's a trade chip for us at this point.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but true. Unfortunate, but true. And I like Noah Clowney as well. But I had great potential. He started off the season well, though. That I could say, but then it just,
going, man. That's
I mean, I think it's hard to really put so much pressure on players when you have a organization that's trying to lose. I mean, really, you trying to lose. You ain't trying to. What, I'm gonna go out there and get 30 and 40 points and you won't lose a lot of games.
Yeah,
I mean,
you gotta fight to show you won't be one of those corner guys. It's crazy that a kid like Minot is fighting way more to be on this team and stay in the NBA than a guy like Clowney who's been here for 3 years. Like, Clowney should be the one being very desperate out there to say, hey, I have more tools to my bag. I can show you guys. You don't have to worry about a Boozer or Wilson because I'm that guy, and I did not see it this year. I think defensively, Noah Clowney was really bad this year. He allowed the 6th most field goals at the rim. That's crazy. He was even worse than Yegor's defense as a rookie. That, to me, was glaring. Like, if Noah Clowney has no defensive capabilities and he's just this 6'10", 6'11", 234-pound three-point shooter, that's a guy making $12, $13 million, Scott, not a guy making $18, $20, $25 million. There's a huge drop-off there. So I feel like for the Nets, he's a bench piece. He's like, maybe he could be a C-minus version of Naz Reid for this team, and if he can't be that, then I don't see the point of keeping him long-term. He has to be defensively and offensively solid two-way type big, and he hasn't been either one.
That's a shame. Noah Clowney numbers is 12.3 points, 4 rebounds, 1.6 assists. They got him as a spot up. He's not really
the 0.7 blocks is shocking to me because you think he could block a lot of players at the rim. He had a few blocks this year, but 0.7, that to me is the most sinking feeling. Like, if you have no defensive capabilities, then you can't be a starting player on this team. It's just, we got to get serious. Having a power forward on this team, he's a guy that not only takes pride defensively, but offensively, they know how to get by people. I haven't seen Noah Clowney do that a lot recently, which is very disappointing.
Right. Yeah, it's been disappointing. Let me look at Nick Claxton's numbers so far this year. I guess you could say this is pretty much the top of his game because Nick has been a controversy amongst all the fans. I know a lot of people saying Nick Claxton gotta go. I think it just ran its course. That's all.
I think the Lakers will be calling this summer. You heard about the big breaking news. Luka is out for the season, potentially playoffs, which looks very likely. Grade 2 hamstring. Let's call it what it is. The Lakers had some momentum, but they have not looked like a championship team all year. Defensively, I saw them against us, Scott. Listen, LeBron wasn't even playing out there. The dude wasn't burning a sweat out there against us. Like, their team is defensively, it's really bad. And Austin Reeves, free agent. Listen, a Luka Reeves duo is not going to stack up against a Shea, Jalen Williams, Wemby, Stephon Castle. That's like comparing yogurt to a T-bone steak. It's not going to fly. So I think for the Lakers, they have to get a center this summer, and they're going to have a lot of cap space. I could see them offering picks to us for Nick Claxton.
For Nick Claxton? For real? You think so?
They're in a desperate situation. They're about to epically botch the playoffs because Luka got hurt. LeBron wants out.
Luka's out. Yeah.
LeBron is not going to do nothing. They have not had chemistry like that. So I feel like for the Lakers, their first move this summer, because they're going to be building around Luka for the future, is to get a big that's available. They can't sign another DeAndre Ayton lane big because Luka's not going to be happy. I think Claxton has always been that perfect big next to Luka because Luka knows how to be an aficionado with playmaking. I feel like for Claxton, it hides his offensive weaknesses. So if we're in a position with them, I would say we need a pick in this year's draft and maybe a future protected pick for Nick Claxton, I say we do it. Like, we get some more assets for Claxton, do it. Because if we can get another big in this draft, then it makes things a lot easier. Or we could trade for a center that's available too. So I feel like for the Nets, let's see what happens to the Lakers too in the playoffs. If they have a quick exit, I could see them wanting to call us about him this summer. And they might be offering some picks that they've been.
Do you think the Lakers picking up Luka was a good move for the Lakers?
It's tough to tell because they're obviously going to try to go after a second starter pair with them. Like, I know they have this dream scenario of Luka and Joker, which I don't think is going to happen. I think Joker's going to try to stay with Denver. But the Lakers are definitely going to want to pair Luka with some big star because it's LA, of course. But again, you see Luka, he's horrible on defense. Injuries have hurt him a little bit. And this is the worry with Luka. You rely on him so much. And when it gets time to play the most important basketball of their lives, he pops a hamstring. Even worse, you have a 41-year-old LeBron that wants off your team. So for the Lakers, they have to find a way to build something this summer around Luka. And they already started with getting Marcus Smart and Ayton, which were 2 Luka moves. Now this summer, Luka's probably going to say, I need an actual big that plays defense and can be my lob guy. Nick Claxton, I think, checks all the boxes. Now it comes down to what can they offer. They have picks they've been unwilling to want to offer, but now you're in a Luka window. You have all this cap space, and they need a center, especially if they're going to pay Reeves, which I think they're going to do because they have no choice. So if it's Reeves and Luka, you're going to need that connecting big. And I feel like for Nick Claxton, he fits the LA lifestyle and what Luka needs in a co-partner with a big. So if we can get a pick from them in this year's draft or a future pick of some sort, we do it. Because we need assets to move on if we're going to move off of Claxton fully. And I feel like the Lakers are a desperate team right now to do so.
Yeah, they desperate. I think Dallas, I don't know, man. I mean, how you trade somebody like that when you was just in the finals a year, was it a year before?
There was some dark stuff going on in that team to make that all.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
But you can tell Nico and the NBA, they did some dirty dealings. This is why I think you need a whole new NBA front office. I think you got to purge that. You get a whole new NBA front office because this dirty crap should not be existing. You should not be able to trade a superstar and get a general
number 1 pick.
2% odds. That should not happen. That's
why I say what I say, John.
That shouldn't happen. So what happened there was dirty and disgusting.
John, that's why I say what I say about this draft and losing to get a draft pick. I'm saying it seems to me, and I don't know if anybody else feels this way, that the league gives you what they want to give you. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not just making this up. I'm just saying this is what I see. I mean, I see the same thing.
They can't break the rule brackets of where you could least go. Like if it's worst record, it's 1 through 5. They can't just say, Brooklyn, we don't like you. We'll put you at 6. No, the worst put me at is 5. You know, if that's what happens, at least I put myself in the position before you screwed me over. That's what I've been trying to say to people. Even if we are going to get screwed in this historic draft again, at least I know I can't drop off more than 5, and at least I have optionality with a choice. That is control. That's power. We need some power from a corrupt system. That's just the way the field is right now.
Yeah, Joe. Joe. I agree. Fire the scouts, man. I don't know what's going on in the front office of Brooklyn. Those guys need to be fired. Whoever picked Saraf, I want to know their name. Please tell me their name. Please. Anybody. Do we know that Sean Marks picked them? Because if Sean picked them, then he need to go. He need to go. Shit, going overseas, drinking tea and shit. Drinking cappuccinos and stuff and talking about getting a player. What are you looking for? The next Luka? What are you looking for over there? There's talent right here. I've been saying this since I started this channel. There's talent right here. You just gotta pick it. You just gotta know what you're looking for. And stop letting your ego get in the way Get it. Deal with it later. And a lot of championship teams have turmoil. You go in the locker room, it be craziness going on in the locker room. Straight craziness. Can't tell me it wasn't. Can't tell me that. You can't. Everybody has some craziness going on. That's your job, Sean, is to keep it together. Keep it together. That's your job. Don't run from it because it's hard and you don't want to deal with the personalities. Yeah, these athletes got personalities. What you think? They athletes. What you thought? They think they the shit. It takes that sometimes, that mental state, to play the game at a high level. You can't come in the NBA thinking you ain't got no game. Come on now. Be for real. You don't want no humble play. You want somebody to go. You want go-getters. That being said, you know what? I can't. Am I wrong? I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Oh yeah, I put the link in there, Saint. You want me to put it back in there again? I'll put it back in there. It's probably, let me see, but yeah. I think it went to X. I know it's on YouTube too. I'm streaming in 2 places. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I just don't think that, the way we draft, the way the organization is moving, it's not inducive of winning. They betting on just one player. Can you imagine the pressure that this guy gotta have coming out of college, whoever we draft? Can you imagine the pressure is on him to perform? Because everybody, quote unquote, thinks that these young guys, these 18 and 19-year-olds, are superstars, man. They're coming into because we never got, like, John. I love John. John wants the number one. He wants the highest pick. I get it. But these guys are not a guarantee, man. It's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of moving parts to make things happen. It ain't that simple. It ain't. I'm not saying Sean Marks' job is simple. It's not. You almost have to have a degree in psychology to deal with personalities. You really do. You gotta be everything. You gotta be everything. Book smart, everything. All that stuff gotta come together, man. Oh man. Yeah, Saint, you could try. You want me to put it in to send it to you on X? I can send it to you on X. Let me send it to you. Makes it easier. I'm sending it to you on X. Yeah, thanks, Rudy, for following. You know, I haven't heard from Dylan in a while, from Net Press. I haven't heard from him in a while. So a lot of people think Keaton Wagner is going to be slow in the next level. I don't know, man. With these draft picks, you really don't know what's going to transpire, really. A lot of it has to do with the organization, man. OKC has this, like, that locker room must be fun to be in as a young player because, they have that camaraderie together, that togetherness thing that, they just in tune with each other. They're happy to be around. Everybody's happy to be around each other. They play hard for each other. I mean, that to me is how you develop a team. It ain't so much like talent, there's talent everywhere. Like I said, there's talent everywhere. But when you got a good organization, your GM has got your locker room, and you got a player or two in there running the show, and everybody likes them, and everybody likes playing for each other, then we had that. The Nets had that. The Nets had that. They had that before KD and Kyrie even came. And it was just fun. It was just fun to play. And everybody wanted to play. It wasn't like we had a super bench or anything with all the Karis LeVert and stuff like that, guys, Dinwiddie and stuff, and everything was working, everybody was enjoying this stuff. That's why they won a lot of games. That's why they were winning games. That's why you win games. You need talent to be there, of course. Yeah, you need talent. You need first round picks. Yeah, you need people that want to play with each other though too. You can have all the first round picks you want. I know, I've seen it. I've seen teams were loaded with picks and look like trash. And we seen it. We seen it. I think guys just overlook it. I don't want nobody to overlook that because it's so easy to fall into that. It's mad easy to fall into that. Let me pull up this thing again, because I was curious. In the mock draft, they have us picking 3, which would be great. I would love that. No, they actually have us picking 4. And they have us picking Caleb Wilson. Which I like Caleb. I like Caleb Wilson. I can live with that. I can live with Caleb Wilson. I can live with that. I don't know if y'all guys can. I'm going to bring his numbers up. Uh, 20 points. He's a decent rebounder too. He's 6'10", 215 from Atlanta, Georgia. Wow. 9.4 rebounds, 2.7 assists. His 3-point shooting is sus, but his free throws good. I mean, you can shoot a little better. I don't know, man. Them numbers is kind of. His field goal percentage is 57.8. He's not a 3-point shooter, and I think Jordy wants people to shoot threes. Jordy's offense is kind of like, from what I've seen since he been here, he likes to jack up a lot of threes. He wants that option. He does well with good guards, and he don't mind you throwing up 33s in the beginning of the game. I just think that's the, I mean, it's okay to have that, but Caleb Wilson, he probably would fit. He would fit this team. He would fit our team. Let me see what else is going on. What else I can pull up? A possible draft pick that we got. I like the fourth pick. The fourth pick would be good for us. All right. You know what? I'm going to end this episode right now. I'm going to come on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to actually show some draft picks, go over some college players and their skill set. I'm going to actually show some videos of them playing. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification on YouTube. On X, follow me on X on Apartment Gamer 1. Yeah, I've been on for a while, Jay. I've been on for a minute. I came on since halftime of the game. I've been on for a minute. I just need a break for a minute, and then I'm probably join Breezy's thing and join his thing. I know he's on, but I'm streaming on multi-platforms, so and there's people on other platforms. Next time, Jay. Don't worry about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I'm getting close to 100. I like to thank y'all guys, man. I'm going to keep it rocking. I'm going to keep y'all informed. I'm going to try to follow things, and we can meet up here and ask questions and debate stuff, and hope that things go well. All right? So be good this weekend. It's supposed to be kind of raining in Brooklyn, but wherever you at, enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe again, and peace.